today on EA Sports. It's the AFC Championship game on EA Sports. It's the home team taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
Now from the great state of Illinois, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the second city of Chicago. Straight ahead, a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Steelers of Chicago. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports, and man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to...
The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. And leading them out is their fifth-year quarterback.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Unitas. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Macklin. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Unitas. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42. Up the middle they go. Alexander. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Play action. It's Unitas. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Unitas. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Here's Unitas looking to throw it. Throw left side, complete. That's Owens. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. you got to go up and make the tackle right away.
The Ravens send their punter out now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
And we talked about it last week, the pressure of not just playing in the playoffs and now in the championship game as they try to close out a perfect 19-0 season. Of all the games they played, though, this year, this is far and away the toughest one. If they find a way to win it, guess what the next one will be? The toughest one they've played. That's what happens when you have a perfect record on the line.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. A run right side, it's Bettis. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
In motion right goes Smith-Schuster. Now they fake the jet sweep there and a run instead with Harris. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Next, the receivers don't spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
It's 1st and goal, a chance for the first points of this AFC title bout. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And they go play action with Unitas. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
On 1st down, it's Alexander, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. From the gun, it's Unitas. He finds his man, complete. That's Alexander. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Look at the big man rumble. He's got a full head of steam. The race is on. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. 96 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Point after try forthcoming. And it's good to make it 14-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Second down and 6 now. Unitas will throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. But when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
How to approach this. Third down and 16 yards to go. Now it's Unitas. Under pressure, they got him again. And that'll bring up fourth down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 40-yard line. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 2nd down and 3. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are 1 game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got, and that's a heck of a run right there.
They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. It's the fullback with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Well, fans of old school football, they got to be loving this partner. All three drives so far have ended in a touchdown, and all three on the ground.
And when you say fans of old school football, count me in, because you just don't see ground games dominate the scoring by pounding the rock like this anymore. To me, this is refreshing.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 21-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Throw out wide is incomplete. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Brown with the stick skills. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now a handoff running through the middle. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there with a 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point forthcoming. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. On 1st and 10, Unitas. That one into the hands of Flowers. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Unitas on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Again on 2nd and 10, here's Unitas. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. One more drive here for the Steeler offense in this first half. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now Rodgers. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt Trophy and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this 3rd quarter. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation to kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
2nd down and 8. Throwing is Rodgers. That one complete to Bettis. Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a shot.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. The Steelers send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They'll run on first down. Alexander, he'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Alexander. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Alexander
down to about the 23. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Breaks a tackle, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Finds Pickens out right. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 45-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run. The partner is still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the fourth quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Rodgers going to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Rodgers to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. One quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Rodgers. He finds Pickens over the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Now a handoff looking right. They stopped short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. Throwing now is Rodgers. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown Steelers. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Steelers are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. On first down, it's Unitas. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Unitas to throw. Hit as he throws, and the ball is out. It's a live football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you've got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, Unitas. They're looking deep here for Flowers. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Now 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens 44.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw, Unitas. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards there and a first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throw caught by Flowers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And they'll throw on first down with Unitas. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Again, he'll drop to throw. And going right back to Westbrook. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
And the AFC champion has been crowned onto the Super Bowl. There cannot be a better feeling than this.
It's almost indescribable. And when we talk to players from the past, a lot of them mention getting to the Super Bowl, winning a conference championship, even before they talk about the Super Bowl itself. All that hard work to get to your goal, incredible.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.